Hi, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show extracting the seeds from the fruit and putting them into containers to ferment so that the seed coats get broken down, which have a chemical that inhibits the seed from germinating as well. It also helps protect against disease to some degree on the surface of the seed coat. So we have the fruit that we've had from the other video, and you can see this is one that was kind of a breaker. So it is red inside, and here's the one that was a breaker. See, it's red inside, even though it was just a little bit pink on the outside. So those seeds are ready to go. I always do this one at a time. I'm just showing you with different ones for examples. In my container, I labeled them, and I put the label on the side of the container, not the lid. So that way you never can mix up what you put in there. You can switch lids, but you probably won't switch the bottom container out easily. I also use a permanent pen when I write. I've learned through the years if moisture or something gets on there, it can fade and you can get the label messed up and you won't know what it is. So try to use a permanent pen or an ink pen which can write and stay on there. But all I do is I take the fruit and I squeeze out the seeds into the container as much as I can. Usually doing this with two hands, and I take a knife and I scrape out the rest of the seeds. Now, some fruit like this one are hollow in the inside, and when you squeeze them, they may not produce enough juice for your container. If that's the case, just take a little bit of water and add it to the seeds, just so the bottom's covered. That way it'll be enough moisture in there and not dry out while it's fermenting the next couple of days. Otherwise you're going to have problems with the seed just kind of sticking and getting gummy in there. Don't add too much water. If you add too much water and they sit too long, the seeds could start to pre-sprout. Now I go ahead and cover everything with a lid. Some people say don't do that, but these lids aren't really that airtight, so air is still going to get in there. I leave these in a warm place. I do not put them in the sun. They'd get too hot, and I've killed seeds doing that accidentally by not putting things up. So I don't recommend putting them in the sun. Put them in a warm area and let them sit for a few days. Depending on the temperature and the amount of stuff that's in there is going to how fast it's fermenting. But generally, it starts looking like this after a day or two. And it can be stronger, but that's really ready to go. Now this other one didn't go quite as far. It had a little bit more water in it, so it didn't ferment quite as much, but it is fermented. You can definitely smell it's fermented. So I'd just go ahead and clean those seeds, and I'll show you in the next video how to clean seeds.